Hello there again. Lieutenant Palmer of the Royal Engineers Bomb Disposal Squad. I just wanted to talk to you about child evacuees. Now, it's a pretty miserable time during World War II, especially at the beginning. There's rationing, and there is lots of bombs dropping. And, funny enough, parents don't like it when their children are exposed to bombs. Now, at some of my shows, some of the children absolutely love mucking about with bombs, but that's another thing. Now, being a child evacuee basically meant that you were going to be sent away on a holiday. It sounds pretty glorious. I think we could all probably do with a bit of a holiday at the moment. But the parents and the government didn't like the children being exposed to all the bombing runs that were happening around us, so they sent them away. And they sent them away not with their parents, but with their teachers. Imagine that as a holiday. Now, as a child evacuee, what would happen was that your parents would walk you down to the train station or to a local pier where a boat would take you away. Now, your parents still have to face the bombs on a daily basis and still have to go to work, but at least you are away from it. Your parents get a little break as well, I suppose, so it pans out all right. But anyway, as a child evacuee, there's a few things that you need to have to make sure. The flag isn't one of those things that, you have to have, but it does make it a bit more of a happy event as you wave to your sobbing mother. Anyway, the first thing that you will always have to have is, of course, your gas mask. Your gas mask is very, very important. If you're caught without it, you usually get a clip around the ear. Such a shame we can't do that anymore. But never mind. Never leave home without your gas mask. The next thing you will need is your school bag. Your school bag here contains all of your books because as you're going away with your teacher, you will still need to study and go to school. That sounds like it's a bit rubbish, but at least you're not being blown up. So inside your book bag you will have obviously your books and your pencils and other utilities that you need, but if you're lucky enough, Mum might have included a tin of Spam. Everybody loves Spam, don't they? Anyway, you will then also need to be fashioned with a child evacuee label. Now, a child evacuee label is very important because it will contain information relating to you. Your mum or your teacher or your dad, whoever, who's responsible, can fill out this label for you with your name and your date of birth and where you come from and what your teacher's name is and your parents' name and siblings' names, which is quite important. Because if you're going to be evacuated, you're probably going to be evacuated with your brothers and sisters. And there's a fair few stories of people not liking their brothers and sisters and actually lying about them. So that years later, when there's, say, I don't know, a bomb gone off on your house back home and your mum and dad have died, and they try to get all the children back together, if you've told fibs about your siblings, the chances are that you'll be separated for life. And there are still stories of people today that have never been able to find their brothers and sisters, all because they told little fibs about who their brother and sister was. I know they're annoying, but really, to never see them ever again, that's a little bit extreme, don't you think? Tell the truth, don't tell lies. The other thing that you'll also need is this, your identity card. Now, without your identity card, and obviously you will have to fill in all the information, it's very important to carry this at all times, because how would we know that you're not a German spy? Make sure you carry this around with you, otherwise you could end up in a lot of trouble. So these are some of the things that you'll always have to carry. And don't forget, gas mask, school bag, ID card and evacuee label. More importantly, your can of Spam. And have a great holiday. You don't want to go? Well, that's fine, that's okay, because at the end of the day, what you can do is, and what actually happened during the war was that the parents actually missed their children. Go figure, I don't know. And they brought them all back home. Even though there were still bombs going off and lots of devastation everywhere, the parents actually did miss their children, so the government let the children come back. And they came back, and then the children would often sit many a time out there watching dogfights above the sky, machine gun bullets going off everywhere, bombs dropping around them. I take it like playgrounds. Some of the best playgrounds were actually bomb craters and bomb sites and your neighbours' demolished houses. So, yeah, I don't know. You know, if you're going to come back, then you come back. I'd rather be on holiday personally, but no such luck. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Goodbye.